Hello, guys. To my fellow summoner, hello. Welcome back to our week 4 of the Creator Contest. And our theme for today is about creating my own infographic. So, what we should do, what needs to be done by me is making an edited video or maybe a poster or a presentation regarding my own infographics of the game, but I just choose to make it live without making a presentation or a PowerPoint presentation or picture or an edited video, but we'll tackle all the topics about the info here or my own infographics via this uh, vlog, or I want to say live stream, but it's not live. Also, let's call it live stream. So right now we're just gonna talk about the things here in this game, or about the info in this game, or how we play this the Summoner's War since the beginning and until now. So there are five things that that we would be talking about, and the first thing is the core attributes and synergy breakdown, and it's all about the monsters here in the game, and we'll talk about that later. Okay. And the second thing that we're gonna talk about is about um, the summoning odds and the economy, right? Meaning, when you summon this, because for you to be able to get monsters, you need scrolls to summon, and we'll tackle that later. And the third thing is the monster evolution mechanics. If you see this, the star, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 star. Some of the monsters are 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. So how are they becoming a 6 star? It's all about the monster evolution mechanics. We'll talk about that one later. And the next thing that we're talking about is the fourth one, which is the three pillars of dungeon progression. This is the very important thing in this game, which is farming. We'll talk about that later again. And number 5 is the daily habits loop. We call it loop because that's what we do daily. From the word daily, the word habits and the loop, they're all in together, and we'll talk that later. So let's start. So by the way, I have some uploads on my YouTube channel. It is we have a week 1 to week 3. You can visit it on my channel. I think my channel is CJS Mania, and my account is also the same name, on the upper left, CJSM Mania, and I belong to the Red Lions Guild. Shout out to my guild mates here. And I belong to channel 102. I know, first 120, 117, and 115. But right now, I think they're in 102. So it's part of the info. So there are a lot of Filipinos there. So shout out to all of you. And I'm from the Philippines. I'm a Filipino player. And let's start. So, by the way, before we start, I would like you to know that this just serves as a perfect or at a glance cheat sheet for the core gameplay loops, monster progression, and your daily goals in this game. So again, we'll talk about the first one, which is the core attribute synergy. actually the game operates on a dynamic rock paper scissors element, which is the fire, water, and wind. So it work. For example, wind. Ay, fire is stronger than wind, and wind is stronger than water, and water is stronger than fire. So it deals plus 50 more damage, or plus 50% more damage, and it takes 15% less damage. For example, I have a fire slime and my opponent is a wind slime. So I already have an advantage. It doesn't mean that I already win. I just have an advantage. So for example, they do not have runes, artifacts, and whatsoever. They're just level 1 and they're not evolved. It works like my fire slime will deal 50% more damage when my fire slime attack the wind slime. My fire slime will make an additional 50% damage to this wind slime. And if this wind slime attacks my fire slime, it only takes 15%. It will take 15% less damage. So this wind slime is 15%. The attack of this wind slime is 15% weaker when this wind slime attack a fire element. So again, it works like this. Fire is stronger than wind, and the wind is stronger than water, and water is stronger than fire. So we have another two elements, which is the light and dark. The light and dark is neutral to each other. They are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. So, or by summoners, we collect it. We love to collect them, and we are happy if we get one, especially the nat fives. So, they're the same. They're just neutral to each other. Yeah, it works like that. So you get the idea. So let's try it in arena. Let's find, I'll give you an example. Let's find for example, this one. There is a wind here. Much better if I put, we're just talking about the core attribute synergy. For example, we saw wind. We choose, this is for example only. We choose to fire. So the fire is stronger than this wind, right? So for example, this one, water. I'll find wind type element. For example, just for an example, this one. This wind is stronger than the water. Then there's a fire. I'll find the fire here. Example, this one. So this fire is stronger than, this water is stronger than the fire. Get the idea? We're just talking about wind. But again, the game doesn't work that way. It doesn't mean that if your enemy has two wind and you just put two fire, and when he has a water and you have wind, your monster is much more stronger, and you have fire and you have water here. It doesn't mean that you won the game. It just means that you have the elemental advantage only. So I'll show you. For example, this one, I'll attack this without even considering the rune, the synergy, or whatever. It doesn't mean that I will be 100% win. Okay? Obviously, for all the players, they already know this one. I'm just showing this one to you because it's part of the infographics that I want to talk about the game, which is Summoner's War. But again, if you put synergy on your team, on the rules that you have a support team, and what's support team attacker, the buffer or buffer, or dots or crowd control monsters. You bring them all together. That's what you call synergy, and you will see that on RTAs, or you can use it in arena, RTAs, and also in dungeon. Actually, on our week 5, I know we will talk about RTA and arena, so you will see what synergy means. Okay, so let's go to our second topic, which is the summoning odds. Actually, there are different scrolls that have different chances to pull rare monster. For example, this one, this is the unknown scroll, which summon a 1 to 3 star, and there's a mystical scroll, which can summon 3 to 5 star monsters, and the percentage of base nat 5 or natural born nat 5s is 0.5%. You can check it here about the percentage. This one, you can see it below. Mystical summon, mystical scroll, and friendship scroll, which is the default. The percentage of getting a default nat 5 is 5. Oh, it's not 5%. 0.5. So it is below 1%, half of a 1%. So you get the idea. So for you, if you want to read this one, it is located below here, left, down below, left, lower left, sorry. You can read this one. Okay, and the legendary scroll, which is this one. Oh no, not this one. It's only a piece, but it's also a legendary scroll. It can summon a 4 to 5 star, which means it will only summon 4 to 5 stars, 4 to 5 star monsters. Your chance or the percentage that you can get a 5 star or 4 star is higher, because it will not this legendary scroll will not summon any 3 star anymore, only 4 star and 5 star. So the base nat 5 here that you can get a base nat 5 here, or the percentage of having or getting a base nat 5 here is 6.5% chance. You can check it here again. Legendary scroll, this one, 6.5%. See it? But again, legendary scroll are much expensive than mystical scroll, and getting a legendary scroll is not it's very casual that you can get or very rare that you can get a legendary scroll. So again, you can also take note that the game features a guaranteed mileage system, where accumulating 2,000 points, which is here, accumulating 2,000 points, which is one mystical scroll is equal to 1 point, and one transcendence is equal to 100 point. And the summon mileage guarantees a random default 5-star monster. You cannot choose a specific 5-star monster that you like, but if you summon this, it will summon a random default nat 5. So again, a while ago we talked about the core attributes and some idea on the synergy, and we also talk about the summoning odds of getting a monster. by using scroll and the percentage here, lower left. And we're going to the third topic that we're gonna talk about, which is which is all about evolving your monsters. So before evolving a monster, if you're a player between the early games of early years of the Summoner's War, it's very hard to evolve a monster. But thanks to this simplified evolution rules, that you can use monsters of any rank as food to evolve your favorites. For example, this one, you just go you call this power up circle, and for example, you have a monster here that is not yet evolved. For example, this one. This is a natural 4-star monster. There's an option here which is power up, evolve, and awaken. Power up means you sacrifice a monster and oh no. This one. You sacrifice a monster here, for example, any monster. But again, it should be no level, no runes inside it. And it can gain an XP. So the level of the monster will go up. Power up, evolve, and awaken. So about evolve, this is 4-star evolution. You can auto select if you want. You just need 4-star monster, either Rainbow Moon or a monster out here. This one, right? But if you have Angel Mon, what do you call this? Rainbow Mon, you can use them to evolve a monster. For example, this we evolve it, and it will become a 5-star monster. It only became a 5-star monster, which means this is still a natural 5 monster. But right now, it was only evolved to 5 stars. So what happens if you evolve a monster? Their stats will be much higher. The base stats will be high. Okay? So if this is a 5-star monster, you can evolve also using 1, 2, 3, 17 4-star monsters. I know, fine. Yeah. The reason why is I only have only 2 5-star monster. This one, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, actually, I do not know how it works right now because if I want to evolve a monster, I will just choose auto select, and right now we have 2 5-star Rainbow Mon and a 15 4-star Rainbow Mon. So you just click evolve and it will become a 6-star. And if you want to max it, like this, if you read here, we have 1113 monsters that he used to max level this monster. But right now, I will not click the power up because I think I will not use this soon. So you just get an idea. If you want to make it max, yeah, you click the power up. Okay, so that's what you call the maxing out. Instead of leveling your monster to max first, just feed lower star monsters directly to increase the star rank. And that's what we do a while ago. And the 6-star priority is all about focus on your NAT 2 or NAT 3. You need them for farming units first, like Lapis or Veromos. When I started this game, I just only use Lapis. This one, Magic Knight, the blue Magic Knight. You just evolve it. It will become a Lapis, and her skill is AOE. AOE means it will attack all the monsters. So the first skill is about attacks the enemy target 2 times and attacks all enemy with even more powerful attack on the third attack. Decreases the enemy's attack bar by 25% every hit with a 50% chance. Meaning it will attack 2 times and it will have another attack, which is the third attack, which is much more powerful. And per attack, you have a 50% chance to decrease the enemy's attack bar. So that's how good Lapis is today. And the second thing is the magic shot, which shoots 4 magic bullets that 6 enemy with low expiration, which is the bullets have a 70% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. Imagine if there's only one monster and those 4 magic bullets will attack that monster. It will have 70% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. But if there is 2 monsters, it will divide the 4 magic bullets. There will be 2 magic bullets on the first monster and the another 2 magic bullets on the second monster. But if therefore each of the enemy's monster will be attacked once. They will have a 1 magic bullet and they will have 70% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. But again, the magic of this is if your enemy is just 1. Right? And this one is the retrieve magic, which steals the magic power from all enemies, recovering HP according to the damage depth. Also absorbs 25% of the damage. So I'll show you on how Lapis works. We'll go here. This is my favorite monster when I started this game. So for me, I suggest that you evolve Lapis 6-star immediately. So again, this is the first skill, 1, 2, 3. Very fast. And this is the magic shot. If your enemy is 4, it will attack before. Each of them will have a magic shot. I forgot the name. Magic bullets. So, it's the third skill, and I'll show you this. So the magic shot, 1 enemy, 1, 2, 3, boom. Right. This one steals the magic power of all enemies, recovers HP according to the damage dealt, and absorbs 25% attack bar. For example, this one. There are 3. I'll use magic shot. One of them will get a 2 attack, 2 magic bullet, and the other will get 1. So that's how good Lapis is. So for example, if you use it on a automatic mode, it will be like this fast. See? And sometimes I pair it with sorry. I paired it with Inugami. But my TOA is already done. So I was not able to no, I can show you. I pair it with Inugami here. Even in late game, it's very useful. Take a look on their power. See? I will not explain what Inugami is doing. You can just observe it by yourself. You can read the skill of Inugami Fire, which is off in the homunculus. you'll get an idea why do I bring them, the three of them together in farming. So again, that's the about the third thing that we're talking about is the evolving your monster, and the fourth thing that we're gonna talk about is the three pillars of progression. So again, a while ago we talked about the core attributes. For just a recap, this one, the elements and their synergy, and the summoning adds of getting a monster here. And the third thing is the evolving your monster here. Remember? And again, I suggest you evolve Lapis immediately. And the fourth thing we're gonna talk about is the three pillars of progression, which is a very interesting topic of the game. So again, the three pillars of progression. So the number one, the farming dungeon. The number two is the rune main stat and the DOA. So for you to progress here in the game, when you have the monsters, the evolved monsters, you know, the synergy of each element. I mean the so we're gonna talk about how to farm. So the target is the giants B12. So if you're just starting, it's okay you farm on the B5, B6 or B7. You try to win this and improve your team using the ideas that I gave you, and eventually you can go to B10, and then before you can go to B11 and B12, I think you really need to tune or have the monsters that is needed on this dungeon. Again, the target's about the giant skip, which is for the runes, for you to be able to get the runes. Here, drop info. In giants, you can get intangible rune, despair, energy, fatal, blade, and swift. So on each rune, you'll have a additional stat that you can gain. For example, this one, swift. If you have 4 pieces of it equipped on your monster, you will gain an additional speed, a plus 25% speed. On the blade, if you have 2 set, you'll get a additional of critical rate, which is 12%, and if you have fatal, additional 35% of attack. So you get the idea. But here in farming Giants 12, your main focus is having a swift and despair runes, so that you would be able to use them in dragons, and also you can also use them in RTA, which we'll gonna talk about in week 5. We'll talk about arena and RTA. So in dragons, the difference here is you can get a violent, get extra turn 22%, focus, guard, endure, shield, and revenge. Here in dragons, your focus is having a getting violent and revenge. And in Necropolis, you can get a rage set, will, nemesis, vampire, and destroy. And your main focus of having main rune that you need to get here is the rage, this one, and the will, and actually the vampire. Actually, destroy and nemesis you can use it in the future also. So technically, Necropolis is a very good dungeon to farm, but if you're just starting though on giants for the swift and the spare, actually fatal and blade, then you move on to dragons, and you will really farm, or it will take a long time for you to farm here. Then you go necro. Okay, so Again, in dungeon, you will get runes. So let's talk some things about runes. Some of the basic technicalities. So so you will have a slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, and slot 6. So to have a better idea, this one. Slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, slot 6. So the main stats or the main focus when runing your monster is this three: the second slot, fourth slot, and the sixth slot. The second slot has speed, and this is the only slot that has speed. And the HP percent on the second, fourth, and sixth slot, they can have all of them can have a HP percent. Okay, so this here attack, they can also get attack, and defense as a main stat. You can get defense as main stat. So what's the difference between these? They're the same. They have HP, def, and attack percentage. So the only difference between these three slots, this slot 2 only have you can only get speed main stat on slot 2. On slot 4, you can only get crit rate as main stat and crit damage. Sorry. So other slot doesn't have any main stat of crit damage and crit rate. So on slot 6, you can get resistance and accuracy. And this is the only slot, which is the slot 6, that will have a main stat of resistance and accuracy. So it's up to you how you build your monsters, or how would you equip your monsters with runes. And again, I want to repeat, slot 2, slot 3, slot 2, slot 4, slot 6, all of them have HP percent, defense percent, and attack percent as main stat. Slot 2 has speed, 4th slot C has crit rate, crit damage, and slot 6 has resistance and accuracy. So what about the slot 1, slot 3, and slot 5? Their main stat are all the same. On slot 1, it is always attack. On slot 3, it is always defense. On slot 5, it is always... On slot 3, it is always defense. And on slot 5, it is always HP. So the difference here is the substat. So when you are in the late game, you always look for a substat that has a high roll. So I will not explain it here because it's all about the infographics only. So here you can, if we talk about the swift, the 4 slots swift, for example this one, and then you want swift and for example wheel, you want wheel, swift and swift and blade, for example, you want this. So you have a set of swift and a set of blade. You'll get the additional 12% of crit rate, and you get an additional 25% speed. Okay, so next, this again, we're talking about the 3 pillars of progression, which is the farming in dragons, getting runes, and we talk about the rune stats. And right now, this is the best part, the trial of ascension. Here, there are a lot of rewards. On common stages, you get a summoning piece. On every 5 stage, a crystal. Stage 10, plus 50 energy. Stage 20, rainbow moon, which can be used in evolving. Stage 30, 1 mystical scrolls. Stage 40, plus 100. Crystal. Stage 50, 2 Mystical Scroll. Stage 60 is 5-star Rainbow Mon. It's stage 70 Devilmon, which can evolve or power up a skill of your monster. And stage 8 is Crystal, and 300 Crystal. Stage 90 is Light and Darkness Scroll. Stage 100 is Legendary Scroll. 1 pieces. It is in that's the reward in normal, but if in hard, these are the rewards for each stage that you finish. In 100, if you finish the 100th floor of the Trial of Ascension hard, you'll get a legendary all attribute scroll times 1, which you can be able to get all the monsters that you like with this scroll randomly. Again, in hell mode, I cannot tell you about it. I'm not good at it. But again, if this is hard, for sure, this is very hell. The experience is hell on this TOA. Okay, so you just need to clear all 100 floors monthly to claim a free legendary scroll. What do you call this? This one. Legendary all attribute scroll. So that's how the game works. That's the information that you need. And again, we'll talk about the last thing that is on our topic, which is the number 5, and this is the last one, the daily routine checklist. So you know how this works. You know all about the monsters, the elements, the synergy, the summoning of the monsters here, the percentage or the chances of you getting a 5-star monster, and we talk about summon mileage, which is new, then evolving your monster, priority your lapis, and we talk about the 3 pillars, which is the 4th thing, the 3 pillars of progression, farming dungeon, getting runes on each dungeon, specific runes on each dungeon, and using those, equipping those runes on your monsters, and the importance of the 2nd, 4th, and 6th slot, and the TOA on farming your resources. Here's the daily routine checklist. So, example, my day started. First thing you can do is you complete all the tasks for a daily rewards that you can get. You go on your daily missions. Me, I already did them. You can read them here on how to finish this. Clear scenario, finish the Hall of Light, send social points, summon a monster 3 times, you power up your rune, start the day, just basically logging in, fight in arena 5 times, use your Ameria's Lock, and complete 3 guild contents 3 times. So that's it. You finish your daily mission. And then the important thing is, second thing you need to do is you go to your world boss. You do this 3 times daily. And you can get a free mana, crystals, and sometimes essence for awakening your monster. So next thing that you do daily is do guild contents. Me, I am part of the guild, so we do guild contents daily. For now, it's June, I was not able to contribute that good, and that's the reason why this one. That's why I suggest that you do guild content. Example, this one, I have a good performance here, and again, it's only June 7. There's a lot of time to make this one make this one a little higher. Again, and again, participate with your guild for points that you can use to buy Rainbow Mon and Light and Dark pieces here. Where's the wait, I'll get this also. Ooh, where's the guild? Yeah. So if you do guild wars, guild contents, you'll be able to get guild point and you can buy all of this. And next thing that your daily routine checklist is all about, you make sure every day you can farm on your dungeons, especially on Reef, where you can get your grindstones. Grindstones are technically, or will be the one to power up the substats of your runes, which will make your rune much more efficient and much more effective, powerful. Okay, so yeah, that's all of the infographics that I would like to talk about. And I'm sorry if I was not able to make a photo or video of it or edited a animation of it. But again, I watched Chib's Place. Very good content of. I love his week 4. Very. I know he put a lot of effort on it. So shout out to Chib's Place, which is also a participant here in creator contest. Yeah, kudos to you. Yeah, again, so this is CJS Mania from the Philippines, and I hope you learn. We'll see you on the week 5. So yeah, thank you. Goodbye and take care. Happy gaming.